looks like this guy is basically in the same general vicinity where this all kicked off about half an hour ago. He's kind of been circling a couple of, wow, almost came up on crash traffic there, and wow, we almost had another collision there. My goodness. He is basically eastbound approaching the Harbor Freeway at this point, but this is basically the general vicinity where this all kicked off, and so this may be an area of familiarity to this guy here. And as he comes up to that intersection up there, Figueroa, there are a couple of officers waiting there, and he just got spike stripped. I believe he may have been spike stripped there. Hopefully they got him, and that might help to disable this guy's car. But here he is back now eastbound on the major street there, and so yeah, this is logically this seems like an area of familiarity because this is the same general vicinity where this all kicked off, and this is kind of where he's returned to. So here we are traveling through some commercial and residential areas at a very high rate of speed. So we will kind of follow this around and see what this guy does.
Well, we're starting to see a lot of pedestrians out on the street, so obviously the word's getting out. People have been watching the news, and the word's getting around. So, you know, we've seen these situations before where the longer these go on, they start to attract a crowd. Yeah. People start anticipating, they start standing on the street corners and waving and cheering or whatever. Hopefully they're rooting for the police in this situation, but you just don't know. It's crazy. See those people running back there? Now, oh, look at that. Again on the wrong side of the street.
I'm wondering if he did make contact with that spike strip because he seems to be really out of control at this point.
Well, I don't see the tires, but the tires aren't smoking. You don't see the tires smoking, so now he's going down. Looks like another alley.
Coming through an alley northbound. Now he's going to be making a right-hand turn off to the east. He's going to be coming up on some traffic here, some LAPD traffic waiting at the intersection. Now turning southbound.
And you hate to anticipate how this is going to end because this is a guy that's not going to go easy.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay.
Mark, you think at almost some point that one of these, an officer at one of these intersections would try to T-bone him?
Well, you know what, Glenn? I don't know about that. You know, you think the best they might be able to hope for would be to spin him at some point if given the correct amount of speed here. But I will tell you, this neighborhood is thoroughly saturated with LAPD officers here. I mean, again, this just seems like a familiar area to him, and so there are officers at several of the intersections. But however, having just said that, he's just going to be coming up on a bus here. My gosh, turning northbound. You know, at the rate that he's kind of ripping through these small streets and coming up on major intersections here, I'm just surprised that he hasn't T-boned an officer or someone else. We have already seen several accidents already directly involving this guy coming too fast and blind into intersections here. So now he's northbound. You know, I will say that he's probably traveling a little bit slower than he was at its peak. Maybe that van is showing some signs of wear, or maybe it's slightly disabled. We just don't know at this point. You know, here he's going to be making a right turn, and there he is. And he's just tried to make the right turn a little bit too fast, and now he's going to try and get out of this. And so he has been able to do so countless times before, and now here's another time. He is just now he was basically taking that turn too fast, and he couldn't make the turn, and so he just got pinned up against the curb there and the vehicle. But he is able to get out of that one, as we have seen time and time again at this point. So again, he's just kind of making his way, making the round through the neighborhood here, east, west, north, and south through this residential area, just south of the Coliseum by about 3 to 5 blocks at this point. But he's just kind of making his way around.
A van that was stolen in South Los Angeles near the LA Coliseum in Exposition Park, and it looks like another spike strip.
Spike strips. There we go. Good job. Good job. Great placement on that spike strip. As he was coming around that intersection, they laid down the spike strip, and apparently he ran right over it. So this vehicle does seem to be moving a little bit slower, although having said that, he is trying his very best to get away and evade capture at this point here. Several officers of the LAPD are stationed around the neighborhood here, and you know, given the fact that they were able to lay down spike strips at that particular intersection, tells us that yeah, he has been kind of making the rounds through that same intersection. So they are not able to predict his moves so much, but they know that he is kind of working his way around this same neighborhood. So by that, they have been able to lay down those spike strips and hopefully do a little bit more damage to the van and hopefully bring this to an end. Definitely knows, well, he certainly seems to know a little bit about the layout of this neighborhood here in terms of streets and, you know, where to turn, and he just seems to kind of know the ins and outs of this neighborhood. So he has been just kind of making the rounds over, say, a 5 to 10 block square radius here, and he continues to do so.
Yep. They're getting him at each stop sign, though. I mean, he's ran over multiple, and then Now, an officer just pulled back a woman there on the corner.
Somebody was yelling, ran out in the street and was yelling at him.
Somebody was yelling at him. Maybe someone he knows. Like Glenn said, if he does live in this neighborhood, there could be relatives, you know, asking him to stop.
Okay, he's coming down the alley.
He's turning down another alley, and, you know, and the officer's right behind him. But you think at this point, just give it up. I mean, you're not
getting away.
There's the chance of you getting away passed a long time ago. But he continues to.
If he makes the right turn here. If he makes the right turn, half a block down is where that officer pulled that woman back. So we will see. It looks like this may be an area of familiarity here. He has gone through that intersection now, and that was the intersection that we just saw that officer and that woman just moments ago here. He has just passed that intersection. And yeah, this van is definitely disabled and on its way to, you know, slowing down even more. So hopefully they can bring this to an end. It sure seems like that is going to be the case at this point. He just steps out of the van. He is just running. He's foot-bailed into this kind of shopping center here. He's in the parking lot. LAPD guys are in pursuit on foot. He is just kind of making his way around, but I would suspect that, he slips, and that is what's going to do him in. So he slips and falls, and that's what did him in. The LAPD able to swarm this guy basically and bring this to an end. Wow, what an amazing pursuit, my goodness.
Well, it doesn't look like he's given up very easy. I mean, we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well,
they keep coming.
They keep coming. They have got a struggle on their hands.
Okay. Yeah, this is Vermont, just south of 43rd, where this just came to a termination, or where the pursuit just came to termination here. But you can see there's no shortage of officers here ready to take this guy into custody here. He has led this police force on a pursuit for well, at this point, for the better part of half an hour, even longer. This pursuit basically started right in this general neighborhood here, and that is where it ends. But yeah, this is on Vermont here, just south of 43rd, and this is going to be tied up for quite a while for the investigation here. But yeah, there you go. This suspect, this stolen vehicle suspect, has now been taken into custody.